world dominated by stealth fighters and next-generation drones, one aircraft has boldly refused to fade into obscurity. Meet the F-15EX Eagle II, the modernized behemoth rewriting the rules of aerial combat. While the spotlight often shines on the stealthy F-35 Lightning II or the futuristic B-21 Raider, the F-15EX proves that raw power, versatility, and survivability still have a vital place in 21st century warfare. This fighter is capable of carrying nearly 30,000 pounds of ordnance, almost rivaling the load capacity of a B-52 bomber. It can cruise at Mach 2.5, soar for 2,000 miles without refueling, and outmatch most rivals with its cutting-edge radar and electronic warfare systems. But here's the twist. Despite its roots in the 1960s, the F-15 airframe has been so adaptable that the U.S. Air Force decided to double down in 2020, ordering dozens of these new generation Eagles. In doing so, America has signaled that stealth alone is not enough. The Air Force still needs a heavy-hitting, non-stealth arsenal plane capable of dominating the skies in ways even stealth fighters cannot. So why exactly is the F-15EX such a game-changer? And why is it the fighter nobody expected to dominate in the stealth era? Let's dive deep into the story of the Eagle II, its origins, evolution, capabilities, and future role in global air power. The Eagle's origins. To understand the F-15EX, we need to rewind the clock to the 1960s. The U.S. Air Force and U.S. Navy were locked in a bitter rivalry, each pushing for their own vision of the future fighter. Secretary of Defense Robert McNamara, known for his cost-cutting initiatives, initially wanted a one-size-fits-all solution, a single, affordable tactical aircraft for both services. But everything changed in 1967 when the Soviet Union unveiled its secret weapon at the Domodedovo Air Show, the MiG-25 Foxbat. This giant interceptor stunned Western observers with its ability to reach Mach 3.2 and climb to over 120,000 feet. Suddenly, the U.S. realized that its existing aircraft, including the F-4 Phantom II, were inadequate. America needed a fighter that could outclimb, outturn, and outshoot anything the Soviets could field. Thus began the FX program, a high-priority project to create an air superiority fighter with unmatched speed, agility, and firepower. Their design became the F-15 Eagle, first flown in 1972. The Eagle was big, powerful, and intimidating, designed around the philosophy, not a pound for air to ground. Its sole mission was air superiority. The Air Force wanted an aircraft that would never lose a dogfight, and for decades it delivered exactly that. Evolution of the Eagle. The F-15 quickly proved itself in combat, establishing the jet as an unmatched dogfighting machine. By the Gulf War in 1991, the F-15 had cemented its reputation, claiming over 30 air-to-air kills with 0 losses. But the Eagle didn't stop there. It evolved. F-15CD, dedicated air superiority fighters with improved radar and avionics. F-15E Strike Eagle, a 2-seat multi-role variant capable of carrying heavy bomb loads while retaining its dogfighting ability. F-15K, F-15SA, and F-15QA, advanced export versions for South Korea, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar, respectively, featuring modern radars, cockpits, and electronic warfare systems. F-15SE Silent Eagle, a proposed stealthier variant with internal weapons bays and radar-absorbent coatings. Each iteration built on the last, and instead of becoming obsolete, the Eagle aged like fine wine. While other 1970s designs were retired or relegated to second-line roles, the F-15 remained frontline relevant. The latest and greatest of this lineage is the F-15EX Eagle II. Unlike its predecessors, it wasn't just an upgrade, it was a full transformation. Enter the Eagle II. The F-15EX takes everything that made the original Eagle a legend and cranks it up to 11. Think of it as a supercharged Eagle with 21st century avionics, radar, and weapon systems. Key features of the F-15EX: APG-82 AESA radar, one of the most powerful fighter radars in existence, able to detect, track, and engage targets at extreme ranges. Fly-by-wire controls, replacing the mechanical systems of earlier models, making the jet more responsive and easier to handle. Open Mission Systems architecture, a modular software design allowing rapid upgrades, ensuring the jet remains cutting edge without massive redesigns. Payload capacity of 29,500 pounds, the heaviest among modern fighters, with 12 hardpoints, plus 2 more than earlier Eagles. In essence, the F-15EX is not just a fighter, it's a flying arsenal. It can carry more weapons than any stealth jet and still dogfight with the best of them. Why the F-15EX now? Some may ask, why invest in a non-stealth aircraft in the 2020s? After all, stealth fighters like the F-35 dominate headlines. The answer lies in cost, practicality, and versatility. The Air Force has struggled with aging fleets. Many F-15Cs and F-15Ds, built in the 1980s, are worn out. Meanwhile, F-35 production faced delays and rising costs. The Air Force simply didn't have enough combat-ready fighters to meet global commitments. Enter the F-15EX. Because it uses a proven airframe, Boeing could deliver it quickly and affordably compared to designing a brand new fighter. It also shares about 70% parts commonality with existing F-15s, making logistics far easier. In short, the F-15EX filled an urgent gap. It gave the Air Force a modern, high-capacity fighter without waiting another decade for a next-gen solution. And strategically, the F-15EX is a perfect complement to stealth aircraft. While stealth jets penetrate enemy air defenses, the Eagle II can act as a missile truck, carrying vast numbers of long-range weapons. Working together, stealth fighters and F-15EXs create a lethal combination. F-15EX, a technological powerhouse. Beneath its familiar silhouette, the Eagle II hides some serious muscle. Engines: 2 General Electric F-110GE-129 turbofans produce nearly 30,000 pounds of thrust each, giving the jet blistering speed and climb performance. Speed: capable of Mach 2.5 or around 1,875 miles per hour, fast enough to outrun most threats. Service life: designed for 20,000 flight hours, more than double many earlier fighters. Avionics: equipped with advanced helmet-mounted displays, the JHMCS-2, modern data links and computing power, rivaling stealth jets. King of Ordnance: where the F-15EX truly shines is its payload. Simply put, no modern fighter carries more weapons. Baseline loadout: 12 air-to-air missiles. Maximum loadout: up to 22 weapons. Total payload: nearly 30,000 pounds, equivalent to a small bomber. This makes the Eagle II uniquely suited to serve as the Air Force's missile truck. Instead of relying solely on stealth aircraft with limited internal bays, commanders can unleash the F-15EX to overwhelm enemies with sheer firepower. And despite carrying so much weight, the Eagle II remains maneuverable. Test pilots describe it as flying like a much smaller fighter, able to pull high-G maneuvers even with a full weapons load. Cost, role, and future: at around $97 million per aircraft, The F-15EX is roughly comparable in cost to the F-35A, but its purpose is different. F-35A, stealthy, optimized for first-day strikes against advanced air defenses. F-15EX, heavily armed, designed to deliver overwhelming firepower and operate in less stealth-dependent roles. The Air Force's plans to operate the F-15EX into the 2040s, even as sixth-generation fighters like the NGAD, Next Generation Air Dominance System, enter service. In this role, the Eagle II will serve as a force multiplier, carrying hypersonic weapons, long-range air-to-air missiles, and supporting stealth aircraft. Export potential is also high. Countries already flying advanced F-15 variants, like Saudi Arabia and Qatar, could adopt the Eagle II, further cementing its global influence. Conclusion: the F-15EX Eagle II is living proof that sometimes the old warhorses have plenty of fight left in them. Born in the 1970s, the F-15 design has evolved into a 21st century powerhouse, capable of hauling massive payloads, flying at blistering speeds, and adapting to modern warfare with advanced electronics. In an era dominated by stealth, the Eagle II fills a crucial niche. It's the arsenal plane, the missile truck, the bruiser of the skies. The Air Force may fly sleek stealth fighters, but when raw firepower is needed, they'll call on the Eagle II. Far from obsolete, the F-15EX is set to dominate into the 2040s, standing shoulder to shoulder with 5th and even 6th generation fighters. It's not just a reminder of America's aviation heritage, it's a symbol of adaptability, resilience, and raw aerial power. So next time you hear about stealth fighters ruling the skies, remember, the Eagle still roars, and its newest form, the F-15EX, is perhaps the most dangerous yet.